Right. Get this dude out. Now please tell me what the actual reason was for you doing that.
You wish something more of me?
I have the key to open your cage.
I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it.
I mean, that's not a lie. She did agree. She handed over the key. I didn't take it. Like, she handed it over. I intimidated her into doing it, but she did it. She agreed to release him. Does it matter? You can be free. I don't want to lie to the dude.
Perhaps we have different ideas of freedom.
You can atone for your crime by assisting me?
What are you doing that requires help?
I'm a Grey Warden, sworn to defend against the Blight.
You are a Grey Warden. Even in the far north, we have heard the legends of their strength and skill. But I suppose not every legend is true.
Bruh.
Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight.
How can you help us?
I have spent my life in the Vanguard. I know war. And your lands need all the help they can get.
Never mind, you can stay in there. Very well, I'll let you out.
And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
And what if I don't lead you to your atonement?
Then I will find it myself. May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
Okay. I mean, I don't think I'd rather have him than any of my current party. I really like my current party. He seems like alright, I guess, but like, I don't know. He's not telling me why he murdered an entire family, including their children. So like, maybe he had a good reason, but I'm not like loving his character, so especially when he's just not saying anything much, so I think we'll just keep who we've got. Right, so what else have we got? You released Sten from his cage. Oh, that's completed. Cull the infected bears. To the north of Lothering. And find the orphan's mother. Out in the wilderness. Okay. Well, this is to the north, so the bears should just, like, appear somewhere around here, right? I think that's how it works. The bears are just going to show up.
Can't we just say do or something?
Or wolves. I want to get all four of them. There we go. Oh shit, hello. Oh my goodness. Damn. That was a whole lot. None of you dropped anything? How dare you? How dare you? Oh, that's the body of the mother. Welp. That's unfortunate. Still can't do anything with this tree? Nope. Strange. Bears? Any bears around? Hello, bears. Oh, bears. Wait, can I go in this place? Oh, maybe I can. I never tried. Never mind. I cannot. Where the fuck the bears at then? Where the bears, where the bears, where the bears at? Are they in the field, mayhaps? Mayhaps, maybe? Thought I heard a bear then. I mean, they've got to be in this area, right? It says north of the town. The bandit people were in this area. The doggos killed the lady in this area. So the bears, I assume, are also in this area. Can I walk over that? Oh, I saw the log look like it fell unconnected, but no. Am I being dumb? What did it say? You read on the board about some bears to the north causing trouble for villagers. Maybe it can only spawn one event at a time? Never mind. Nope. I just happened to not go to the one spot where they are. You hate to see it. Hey, you were supposed to be got as well. Nice. Okay. At some point, I will start running out of the big firebomb spell before I cast it, but that point has not yet been reached. I really like it though. It's fucking cool as shit. Powerful. Looks cool. Do enjoy. Do enjoy. Bum 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 bum. Hello again. It's me.
Let him take notice and shine upon thee, for thou hast done his work this day. And the stars stood still, the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
Sick. 50 silver. Big money, big money. Quest completed. No more at this time.
And Andraste came unto them, saying, though the danger great, the mountain high, have faith, for the Maker listens and smiles upon us.
I didn't just get fucked there, did I? Because I handed in 2 at once. And did it actually... He rewarded me for killing the bears, rewarded for returning the remains. Because the thing only said 50 silver, which was only one of the rewards. I don't know whether it just didn't show the other one. Actually, how much cash do I have right now? I have 8 gold. I think he probably did give me the rewards. Probably. If he didn't, we're gonna have a fucking problem, mate. Gonna have a fucking problem. Okay, so let's have a look at the quest. Is that everything? Blackstone Irregulars. We've done the Lothering Dude. We haven't gone to the other places. Dereliction of Duty. We haven't gone to those places. Okay. The Wilds. That's Redcliffe. Sulcher's Pass. Don't know where that is. Have we seen Sulcher's Pass? Didn't see that on the map, I don't think. Okay, so now we have actual main quest stuff. So, what do we want to do? I'm kind of most curious about, like, my own people. We've heard quite a lot about this tower. They're going to do the rite of annulment. And then someone else said there's a rumor it's been taken over. So I feel like we should probably do that, because it's our folk. The Circle of Magi is a group of powerful mages. If you can enlist their help, they will prove formidable against the Darkspawn. Circle Tower is situated on Lake Callanhad. Alright. Alright. Let's do it. Let's go. At top speed. Meow. Vroom, 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 vroom. He takes the corner. Maximum velocity. Let me out! Let me out! The Banorn. Uh-oh.
Bad dreams, huh?
It seems so real.
Well, it is real. Sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
Did the music just cut out weirdly? Oh, it's back. Okay. I thought it just cut out. That was strange. The Archdemon, is that the dragon? I think so.
I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
Thanks, buddy. Any other surprises I should know about?
Other than dying young and the whole defeat the blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Okay. New quest, Enchantment. New quest, Soldier's Peak. New quest, A King's Confidant. How many fucking new quests? Jesus Christ. Soldier's Peak is downloadable content? Okay. And King's Confidant is. The last time you travelled the open road, you caught a glimpse of a merchant. He appears to be following you. Ban Loren's lands. Rumours that a fellow survivor of Ostagar has escaped the prisons of Ban Loren and is seeking the aid of the Grey Wardens. Okay. Party camp. Enchantment. Talk to the dwarves. Bodan and Sandal, the two dwarves from outside of Lothering, seem to have pulled their wagon to the outskirts of the camp. You should talk to them to see what services they can offer. Alright, don't mind if I do. We should probably chat with our party first, though.
Yes?
Wait, did we have it? Yeah, we did talk to her, right? You can just dismiss people? Fuck that. I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
What was life like in the Chantry Cloister?
Quiet. It was a life suited for contemplation. In the cloister, away from the fuss and the flurry of the cities, I found peace. And in that stillness, I could hear the Maker. But it was not perfect. Some of my Chantry fellows were condescending. That is the nature of religious folk, I suppose.
How so?
When I talked about my beliefs, that the Maker reveals himself in the beauty of his world, they treated me with disdain. They want to believe that he's gone, so that when he turns his gaze on them, it means they are special, chosen. He cannot possibly have love for all, the sick and the weary, the beggars and the fools.
I prefer your ideas to the ideas of the Chantry.
Thank you. Maybe I am wrong. But it is the Maker's place to decide if I am worthy, not men, not the Chantry. But there is work to be done, and I have talked enough for now. Yes?
Approves. Very nice. I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
What would someone like you be doing in Lothering's Chantry?
What is meant by someone like me?
Sanctimonious, preachy. You know, a beautiful, charming woman like yourself.
And there were no beautiful, charming women in the cloisters, you think? You would be wrong. There were many lovely young initiates in the Lothering cloister, all of them chaste and virtuous. It added to their mystique, because then they were forbidden, and forbidden fruit is the sweeter, no?
Nodders. Damn, we could go full flirty. Oh, Jesus, what about your fruit? Is it forbidden? I don't know if she'd appreciate me saying that, like, so soon after meeting. But I'm very curious what the response would be. I'm so curious about what the response would be, but I feel like this would have a negative impact, and this probably has a positive, because this is just, like, charming. And this is like, yo, forbidden fruit? You know, let's go with this one, even though I'm so curious about that one.
Flatterer. I, however, did not take vows, and so perhaps I am not as enigmatic? The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
Affirmed?
We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the Chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken.
And why were you seeking safe harbor?
The Chantry does not pride, and you should. I desired time apart from the world. I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
Okay. Big fucking approval update. Love that. Okay, I think that was everything.
What do you need?
I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
Okay, I think that's not anything new, right?
Such as they are. About the Grey Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. What do you need? Ask away. I already said I wouldn't. The answer is still no.
Okay, well, fuck me, I guess.
Oh, why, you little...
What?
Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
I don't know. He shouldn't have. Sorry, buddy.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
Why is it still coming up with Leliana approves? I spoke to him over there, and it was Leliana approves, and then I speak to him here, and it's Leliana approves, but I don't think she is approving. She's just... It's just not...
I once heard a really old
not
legend
updated.
about how the Hound Warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished.
Do you want some good
Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh.
Do you want some human flesh? Yes, you do.
Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
And if you've had it and didn't know, it was probably tasty.
Look at what your fool dog placed in my pack. A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
Can't be stinkier than what normally goes into the... It's the thought that counts.
The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again.
You heard the lady.
I don't want it, you worthless fur bag.
Don't be mean. That dog is too smart for his own good. I think you hurt his feelings.
Oh, he's just trying to be manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
Not getting any points for the conversations with people with doggo.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect.
Trying to find a way through the earth, are we? It's going to take some time, you know. Good luck with that.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Yes, you are.
Why are we stopping?
I want to get to know you.
There are Darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
Are you alright? You were in that cage for weeks.
You are concerned. No need. I am fit enough to fight.
Tell me about your people.
No.
Why? Please?
People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the manner of, the elves are a lithe, pointy-eared people who excel at poverty.
Excel at poverty. You said you were in the army.
I am.
Why would the Qunari send soldiers here?
The Antam are the eyes, hands, and mouth of the Qunari. We are how my people know the world.
Doesn't that make your view of things a little skewed?
Compared to what?
You might learn more about the people if you... don't want to piss them off. You only learn about people you conquer?
What does anyone truly know of the world? The world changes. We change. The Antam observe what we can, just as you do. There is no point to this. We are keeping the Darkspawn waiting.
What's your hurry?
What a strange language you speak. You say hurry, where I would say duty.
It's not your duty to handle the Blight, though.
No, it is yours, and you are chatting with me instead.
Okay.
As you wish.
He approves. I wasn't sure that he would approve after that, but sure. Levi Dryden.
You're a hard man to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levi Dryden.
Levy.
Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader?
You know Duncan?
Oh, yes, for years. Considered him a friend, I did. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
How did you know him?
It's a bit of a tale, that is. But I'm the one who brought the Grey Wardens back to Ferelden.
Oh.
Well, I was one of the ones. There were a lot of us. Maker's breath, I'm a bit nervous. Honoured to be here, really.
Go ahead and tell your tale.
After King Marek freed us from the Orlesians, the Grey Wardens begged the King's permission to come into Ferelden, some sort of internal business. Me and a mess of other Warden sympathisers spoke on behalf of your order. Tan Loghain was very much against letting Orlesian Wardens in the kingdom, but Marek, Andraste, bless him, was a fair-minded monarch and he let them in.
Go on.
So that's why I was there when the Wardens and their leader, Genevieve, presented herself to the King. The first Wardens in Ferelden in over a century. Proudest state of my life, that was. Duncan was a bit of a scamp back then. We were of an age and struck up a friendship. The King himself went with the Wardens on their mysterious business. When he returned, he rescinded King Ardlin's decree, and the Wardens came back to Ferelden for good.
Nice. Why were the Grey Wardens cast out?
People say it's because the Wardens have become terribly unpopular. Just soaking up tires and not doing a bleeding thing for the kingdom. I say that's bollocks, as recent events have shown.
Marek rescinded the decree just like that?
Marek was a bit of a visionary. A powerful mind, that one. In his travels with the Wardens, he must have seen how important their cause was, and been moved by it.
Do we know what happened to Marek? I mean, he must have died, I guess, but I don't think we know how. I doubt that's the full story.
There was some talk at court that he did it to improve relations with Orzammar. That might have factored into it, but make no mistake. King Marek was a giant among men.
I thank you for your part in bringing the Wardens here.
Oh, your stomach's all aflutter. You're welcome.
What promise did he make to you?
My family, well, past a bit checkered, to see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Arlen banished the Wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
Oof. What happened next?
Hard to say. After King Arlen died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one. And our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
I'm surprised you kept your name.
Our family's only crime was guarding the kingdom against the Blight. We're not ashamed of that.
So what favour did you ask of Duncan?
I asked for the truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honour.
Can you just go by yourself?
Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Arlen's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honour.
Why didn't Duncan help?
Darkspawn surfaced in southern Ferelden, and Duncan got plenty busy recruiting new wardens and meeting with good King Caelan. Duncan said he would help after the Battle of Ostagar. Said there might be useful things at the peak, but he never had the chance.
What do you need from me?
I can pick my way through the tunnels at the base of Soldier's Peak, but the place, well, they say it's haunted, and it'll be dangerous for certain. Will you think on it, at least?
How will reclaiming the peak help the Wardens?
Soldier's Peak is strategic and symbolic importance. Duncan said that it would be worth it right there. He also hoped to recover lost Warden history and perhaps a few old relics. No one knows what's up there now.
Your family's faith will be rewarded. I will help you.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
Alright. The history of the Drydens. And Sophia Dryden. Creatures bear? No beast is more beloved by Dirthaman than the bear. When the world was new, Dirthaman gave one secret to each creature to keep. The foxes traded their secrets to Andruil for wings. Wait, foxes have wings? What? The hares shouted theirs to the treetops. The birds sold theirs for gold and silver. Only the bears kept Dirthaman's gift deep within their dens. They slept the months away in the company of their secrets and nothing else. When Dirthaman discovered what had been done with his gifts, he snatched the wings from the foxes, silenced the voices of the hares, and turned the birds into paupers. But the bears he honoured for their steadfastness. Normally, it is almost unheard of for bears to attack travellers. They are, in fact, so shy and so inactive during the day that most people never encounter a bear at all. However, should a bear be provoked, they are remarkably dangerous. The normally placid-seeming creatures become enraged and can strike massive blows with their paws, capable of knocking a man off his feet. The history of the Drydens. In the years following the siege of Soldier's Peak, all those who carried the Dryden name were hunted by King Arlen's forces. Our noble Dryden name was smeared, and all lands and holdings belonging to the Drydens were seized by the crown. The king feared that the rebellion started by Sophia would be kept alive by her loyal friends and family, and anyone with connections to the Drydens suffered greatly. It is little wonder, then, that the few remaining Drydens found themselves with no allies and nowhere to turn. Toban Dryden, Sophia's brother and guardian of her young son, had no choice but to flee Ferelden. Toban bought passage to Antiva on a merchant vessel, and travelled under the name Derricher. Derricher? Once in Antiva, Toban set about building a new, quiet life for himself and his nephew. He started a small business, and eventually made a name for himself as a trader. The Derricher merchant family prospered, and the name Dryden was almost forgotten. However, in 815 Blessed, Sylvie Derricher uncovered old documents belonging to Toban and pieced together the family's history. In her pride, and perhaps in her naivety, Sylvie reclaimed the name Dryden and returned to Ferelden. King Arlen lies dead, and the Dryden name lives on. Our family has survived, even thrived since the death of Sophia Dryden. The nobles of Ferelden may still spit on the Dryden name, but we Drydens know that Sophia Dryden was greater than them, almost a queen, and a hero of the people of Ferelden. Sophia Dryden. Alessa Sophia Dryden was the young Arlen's rival for the throne of Ferelden. Dryden was a strong and charismatic leader with much support from the Banorn. When Arlen finally won the crown, Dryden refused to relent. She pushed her claim, was caught and accused of treason. Her sympathizers continued to support her, however. In order to appease them, Dryden was spared execution and forced to join the Grey Wardens instead. Dryden survived the joining and dazzled the Grey Wardens at Soldier's Peak with her leadership skills and charm. She eventually rose through the ranks to become the Warden Commander of Ferelden. Before Commander Dryden, the Grey Wardens were seen as a relic of an older time and an unnecessary drain on the nobles' coffers. Dryden, though, with her political connections, reinvigorated the Wardens and rapidly increased their numbers. In the meantime, King Arlen proved himself a devious king, willing to go to brutal lengths to silence his opponents. Arlen's reign of terror grew worse with each passing year, and some of the bands approached Commander Dryden in desperation, begging her to intercede. She agreed, and thus was the rebellion against King Arlen born. Arlen learned of the rebellion and took steps to end it. He publicly suspended all tithing to the Grey Wardens and declared that they were no longer welcome in Ferelden. Some of the Wardens, mindful that they were supposed to remain politically neutral, felt disgraced by Dryden's involvement in Ferelden politics and left her side, even as the king's forces lay siege to Soldier's Peak. The siege took months and ended with the death of Sophia Dryden. Sag. Big Sag. Okay, so current quests is that's Soldier's Peak. Okay. What we'll do, I guess, is like break it up a bit because we've got a whole bunch of main quests. So we'll probably do like one main quest, then one side quest DLC, then one main quest, then one side quest DLC, or something like that, I guess, to break it up a bit, keep things fresh. I think that sounds like probably a good idea.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodan at your service, once again. I saw your camp and remembered the kind offer that you made the last time we met. And is there anywhere safer for a poor merchant and his son to sleep? I think not. I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
Have you been following us?
Following you? I'm not even certain where you're going, my friend. And quite frankly, it's none of my business. Trust me when I say that my encountering you here was serendipity and nothing more. I travel a lot, so I'm bound to meet everyone on the road eventually. If you prefer, I'll take my boy and be on my way. But regretfully, you're the safest spot on this road, without a doubt.
What are you selling exactly?
Anything, everything, but all of the finest quality. No cheap trinkets here. And my boy Sandal happens to be a bit of a hand with enchantments. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah?
Sadly, it also makes us a target for bandits and the like. If there were spare hands to hire as guards, I would have done so long ago.
You're free to stay. Just mind yourselves.
Wonderful. Thank the gentleman, won't you, boy?
Thank you, sir.
We won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. If you should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me.
Interesting. Okay. We do need enchantments. Let's see what
Something
he's
you
got.
need? I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out.
So what's your story exactly?
Oh, nothing so unusual and so interesting as you and your companions, I'm sure. Dwarven merchants are common enough on these roads, aren't they?
Have you heard any rumors?
I don't know what to tell you. Nothing I can think of at the moment.
Codex updated. Which one? Must have been a character, I guess. But who knows?
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road.
Let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. And with your discount.
Okay. Dragon bow. Pardon me? 131 gold? Are you out of your fucking mind? Requires 31 strength. Oh my goodness. What's that compared to that? Wait, what? It's got worse damage? What? You'd expect something that costs 131 gold to have pretty fucking good damage. It's got much better crit chance. It's got a bit better armor penetration. the exact same strength modifier. I guess the real bonus is in the +2 strength, +5% melee critical chance, +2 stamina regen, +10% critical backstab damage, and +2 nature damage. Although the elves of the Dales fought bravely against the Exalted March, defeat became obvious. The great elven general Rajmael hurled this axe at the enemy before leaping to his death over forlorn fools. Interesting. Well, I've got 8 gold. The motherfucker said he was discounting it. This is a discounted weapon. 131 gold? What do you usually sell it for? 10,000? Sylvan's Mercy, Viridium. That's tier 4. Requires 24 magic. Are we not at 24 magic? I thought I was at 24. Oh, wait. No, we're comparing to Alistair. Yeah, I am. Okay. It has the same damage as me. It has the same armor penetration, same range, same spell power. But has +1 spell power. It's a nature thing. I mean, technically, it is better than mine because it has that +1 spell power, and I don't really care about nature resistance on mine, so I would get it, but it's, like, not something I can afford. I can almost afford it, but I don't think I'd spend my entire fucking savings on it, you know? And a shield. Red steel looks pretty good, but we don't have any shield users. Man, that 10 damage, though, that's nutty. Is that? No, that's not as good as what he's got. Wonder if Sten would want that. I don't see myself using Sten, but I'm curious. Bard's dancing shoes? So elegant, anyone might mistake them for simple finery. Man, there's a lot of stuff here. There is a lot of stuff here. No backpack, huh? Oh, yes, there is a backpack. It costs 7 gold, though? That's so much money. That's almost all my gold. But I feel like it's probably worth it. But fuck, man. That's so much cash. Golden rope necklace. Sure. Okay, we gotta sell some stuff. We gotta sell some stuff. Wait, that's... Should I give him that? Was that the other thing I got? Maybe that was the other thing I got that I thought there was something else that I forgot. Qunari thickened hat for Alistair? I can't wear it, right? No. But you can. Oh, wait, that was the... No, wait, that's not part of the set. Right? I don't need a headpiece. No, so I can put that on him. Nice. You're welcome.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? I'm sure.
Okay. Right, let's get rid of some of this shit then. Oathkeeper? Why is that so good? Oh, I guess because it's got a slot in it. So you can't enchant any weapon, you have to have a slot, I'm guessing. I don't think it's worth. Let's get rid of this. Fuck your leather helms. Which is better, chainmail or splint mail? 9. 9. Are they identical? I mean, it has no effect, right? So we would never have a reason to equip that. Where did all the, like... Didn't we have, like, a bunch of stuff that was just, like... Yeah, like this. Like, ruby. Like, this has no other use, right? It doesn't say it does, but, like... It's not junk, because if I click sell all junk, like, nothing changes. But, like, surely anything you pick up that doesn't have any use at all would go into junk. So that makes me think that ruby does have a use, and I just don't know what it is, which makes me not want to sell it, you know? But it might also just be junk. The pelt of a forest wolf. Like, was that anything? All this stuff, like, it might be used for something. I don't know. I do not know. I don't know why it wouldn't go into junk if it wasn't... Like, if its only purpose is to be sold, then surely that's just going to junk. So, I don't know. Still, 61 out of 100. That's alright. What about you, then?
Hello. The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... What was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
What enchantments does he do?
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others.
Naturally.
It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it.
Lad. I want some enchanting done. I don't think I can.
Enchantment!
Okay, that's... you have no items to enchant. No, I didn't think so. Okay, that's a interesting looking screen. That's a quest complete. Alright.
Enchantment?
Is that...
Oh, certainly, I can...
That's the same. Yeah, okay. Both of your thingies are the same. How do I still have 61 out of 100 in inventory shit? What's the difference? Scale boots 1.2, 1.57, 1.2, 1.57. Equipped in a set with basic scale armor and gloves, has a greater chance of deflecting missile attacks. What the fuck is a missile attack? Is that just like arrows? Do arrows count as missiles? I don't know. It's just all this shit, I guess. And all this crafting stuff that I'm probably not going to use. I'm a terrible, filthy hoarder. Terrible, filthy hoarder. Right. Is that everyone? Where's Morrigan? Morrigan must be around here somewhere. We spoke to her with Doggo, but that just leads out. It's a very small little area here. Am I being blind? Is she over by that big fire or something? Aha. She's really like, fuck all of y'all. I ain't staying with you.
What do you wish of me?
This isn't new, is it?
If you must.
Wait, no, this is new. Did you grow up in the Qunari wilds?
Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I?
You can probe me anytime. I'm curious. What's wrong with that?
Any number of cats could inform you of the answer to that question, but have it your way. What is it you asked if I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time, I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness.
And you remained unnoticed?
For the most part. Flemeth taught me well. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for.
Very daring. That sounds like you.
Equal parts daring and foolhardy, perhaps. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be traveling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested.
Banter. That was quick thinking.
Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that she finds him attractive. I played the weakling and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard. Child's play. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting?
What, like a hug? Or a handshake?
To begin with, yes. What is the point of touching my hand? I find it an offensive intrusion. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes. How to eat at a table. How to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again.
Well, I'm glad it worked out this way, at least.
Yes? Let's ignore the entire Darkspawn threat in the presence of a simpleton as your only other Grey Warden ally, then. Not that I lack appreciation for the intent of your comment. Thank you. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
Approves +6. Yes. We're gaining back the ground we lost.
What do you wish of me? If you must.
Have you ever been hunted by the Chantry?
You are very cute to ask so many questions.
Does she like being cute? And you are cute when you're evasive.
Really? Perhaps we should be wrapped in ribbons and adorned with flowers. So cute are we, too. My mother has been hunted from time to time, yes, by Templar fools like Alistair, which should tell you how successful they generally were. Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more.
You really had no trouble with them?
I am unsure. I was too young to understand, and perhaps 'twas bravado on Flemeth's part, or perhaps she was merely amused. I will never know. Flemeth would warn them, once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably failed to heed. And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait. A little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom.
Banter. Did you actually kill them all?
Me? No, I never did any of the killing until later. And even then,
later.
Flemeth was a glutton for that sort of thing. Thankfully, the wilds is a vast place. Once they found us, Flemeth would simply move us elsewhere, and we would be lost within the forest once again. I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum.
Man, the fire making the screen go shaky is really wigging me out. What exactly is an apostate?
You do not know? The Zealots use that word for any magic they do not control. The Chantry sees any mages not leashed to the circle of magi as apostates. And apostates could become maleficarum, evil mages that resort to blood magic and become demon-enslaved abominations. It may even be true. Still, those of us who prefer freedom see no reason to submit.
I agree completely.
An interesting answer for a mage. Enough of this talk. Let us return to the task at hand.
Yes, more
What do you
approval.
wish of me? If you must.
Is Flemeth really what she seems to be?
Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be?
Human? A powerful Maleficar.
You mean, is she truly the Flemeth of legend and story? Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience.
I'm more interested in the truth.
I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire.
That sounds interesting.
As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful. A fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her.
Just how long ago is this?
Many centuries, before this land was even named Ferelden. The tales say that Flemeth fell in
we
love
read
with
about this, didn't we?
Oisin the bard, and fled the castle of her husband, the dread Lord Qunari, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Oisin who was her husband, and Qunari the jealous lord who looked on from afar.
That's
Lord
a twist.
Qunari approached young Oisin and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife. And Oisin agreed.
Oof. Fuck that guy. He sold his wife to another man?
The life of a bard is a poor one, and love fades in the wake of hunger. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement. All would have been well had Lord Qunari kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess.
Rip.
Oisin was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge.
So she truly loved Oisin then?
That was not the point. Qunari had no honor, so she would not have him. Flemeth begged the spirits to aid her, and 'twas they who slew Qunari. The demon the legend tells of came later. Lord Qunari's allies chased Flemeth, you see. Chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies.
Which, she never invaded or he never defeated her?
The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began.
The legend tells of Flemeth having many daughters.
You ask if I have sisters. I have asked of this myself. The stories tell of many witches of the wilds after all, not just the one. And these tales existed long before I did. Flemeth refuses to speak of other daughters, if they existed. So, should I believe I am her first? I doubt that too.
Why would she refuse to speak of them?
The Chastened tell of a falling out between Flemeth and her daughters. They say that one day she hunted them all through the wilds and ate their hearts.
Uh-oh.
It may be true. I have never seen another witch or heard of one. Perhaps one day Flemeth will eat my heart as well.
Let's not let that happen. How is it she's survived for so long?
The demon within her has transformed her into something else. An abomination, perhaps some would say. I know not. I only know my mother is clever, and she is part of the wilds as it is part of her. But she is no immortal. She bleeds. A blade in her heart would kill her like any other, were it lucky enough to find her.
Aren't abominations usually insane horrors?
How often is this usually? Always? If not always, then when is it not true? There are more things in this world and the next than you or I could ever hope to understand. What Flemeth became is a mystery. I suspect, even to her.
Do you believe her version?
I do not believe everything that Flemeth claims. Oft it seems her bitterness has colored her memories. But on the whole, yes, I believe this tale, if not all.
An interesting story, thank you.
Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I, but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless.
I love her. What else do you want to know?
Nothing. I wish to know nothing more. I find myself a little envious, to tell the truth. But it matters not. Let us move on.
Nice, another +5. I just realized, can I just, like, move over here and that would stop the fire cam?
What do you wish of me?
Yup. God damn it, I should have done that sooner.
If you must.
Can you teach me to become a shape changer now that I've, like, got to that unlock point?
By others, do you mean yourself?
Possibly.
Then I shall teach you what I can whenever we are in camp, provided you have the will to even make the attempt, that is.
Ah, there we go. I was right. Specialization unlocked, shapeshifter. Right, I'd have to actually pick it when we were in the level up screen. Right.
What do you wish of me?
Was there anything else here?
What do you
What
wish
about
of
the
me?
personal ones?
We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Anything new? No, that's rude. That's the rude one. Cool. Okay. Specialization unlocked. Very nice. Very nice. Got ourselves some trader friends. Got ourselves a whole camp full of people. How am I doing on the old, Right, Alistair's, like, dead center. So I got, like, that -13 with him or whatever. But it looks like we are luckily not dipping into the negative. Morrigan is now a bit of a jump to the positive. Woofer is maxed out positive. Love to see that. Liliana is slightly positive, and Sten is completely neutral, and will probably stay there, because I cannot see myself ever using him. Curious, what are you guys' thoughts on Sten? Because, like, everyone else, Alistair, Liliana, Morrigan, they were all introduced in, like, interesting ways and have, like, a lot of personality about them. And then Sten arrives, and he's, like, a completely closed book. He loves the one-word answer. He refuses to answer a lot of the questions that I have, and just doesn't seem to me to be particularly interesting. So what do you guys think? Do you guys find him interesting, or is he just like a bit of a like, we've got him in our party but he's never actually going to get used kind of character? Because that's what I'm feeling at the moment, but I guess we'll see. Anyway, that seems like a good place to leave off for now. When we return, I think we'll be heading to the Mage Tower. The old Tower of Magi. And see what's going on there with our folk. And try and stop the Templars from fucking murdering everyone, as they love to do. So that is the plan. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. If you have, if you could leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share the videos around. Share the playlist around if you can. I would really appreciate that. And I'll see you next time for more Dragon Age Origins. Thanks for watching. See you then.